A story here in our neck of the woods is now making international headlines. An Alexander City police officer is allegedly recorded threatening to kill a man and cover it up. A federal lawsuit is shedding new light on the crime.
Yes, ma'am. This is Stephen Davis. I was just calling to see Mr. Jackson is available.
That's got to be tough for a defense attorney to overcome.
Such a great point. Yes, I mean, that is going to be extremely problematic. There's a been history of celebrities who've had criminal charges against them. They take the risk. They want to explain themselves. They're already, obviously, they're high individuals who are able to express themselves. They know how to do it in a public setting. They think that they can articulate their narrative much more effectively than having their lawyers talk through these defenses. And presumably he will want to say what he has to say. He will be faced with that. There's no way this gun could have discharged without you pulling the trigger. Why did you make those mistakes? These lawyers will have a conversation with them and say, let's talk about a plea deal. He already pled guilty to the criminal negligence with respect to the gun, with respect to how it was handled. Was someone who was very young, presumably a little inexperienced, overworked, overwhelmed. That's Gutierrez. She's also facing involuntary manslaughter charges. She's the one that was responsible to make sure that there were no live rounds in these guns, that they wouldn't pose a threat to individuals. But so here you have all this
giving an order, manslaughter, taking your head all across the water, sipping some coffee.
My daughter's mentally.
A person in that room on that set would say, why don't I check the gun? There have been representations made about the gun, but if that gun is not safe, someone's going to die. And I would bet my life, if you and I were jurors in this case, and I would say to you, there has to be some checks and balances done by the individual who was handed the gun. Why didn't he look into the gun? Why didn't he have a specific question asked and posed about that gun? The other problem about this too, Trey, is the fact that on the airwaves, when Alec Baldwin has made comments about what happened in the shooting of Rust, he said he never pulled a trigger. Well, there's an FBI report that says that it's impossible for that gun to have discharged without there being the trigger being pulled. So all of these things are pretty problematic. And frankly, the jury's going to look back. It's a simple message. Did you really exercise the appropriate care? Involuntary manslaughter is all about recklessness. It's all about reckless disregard for the safety of others. Someone hands us a gun, we're going to check it ourselves. We're not going to take someone's word that the gun is safe to pull the trigger.
And let's not even get into human rights violations and things of that nature that the United States obviously is not associated with. And you're talking about consistency. That's entirely different than some people on the right who are willing to say, just because you're an athlete, shut up and dribble. We don't want to hear what you have to say. What you say doesn't matter. Mark Levin is talking about consistency in your position, no matter who you're talking about. That's not what they're doing. They want to cherry pick who they want to talk and who they don't want to talk and when. And that is something that we should not go for in our society.
Fair enough. And my attitude about that is it's the market system. Okay. You don't like a player, you don't like a team, then don't watch them. And by the way, shut up and dribble is kind of a tough line to a football player, right?
That's right.
That's not what they do anyway.
That ain't
All right.
football player. That's basketball, yes.
You have a fantastic book here.